दिखाने छुपा प्यार आते हैं भगवन, मिटाने को भूभार आते हैं भगवन, दिखाने छुपा प्यार आते हैं भगवन। न घबराओ भक्तों, लगाओ लगन ये, न घबराओ भक्तों, लगाओ लगन ये, लगे दिन ही दो चार आते हैं भगवन, मिटाने को भूभार आते हैं भगवन, दिखाने छुपा प्यार आते हैं भगवन। लगे डूबने भक्त जग की भंवर में, लगे डूबने भक्त जग की भंवर में, लगाने उन्हें पार आते हैं भगवन, लगाने उन्हें पार आते हैं भगवन, मिटाने को भूभार आते हैं भगवन, दिखाने छुपा प्यार आते हैं भगवन, मिटाने को भूभार। प्रणाम स्वामी जी।
आशीर्वाद। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ओम शांति शांति शांति। सूत्र नंबर 38. First I chant, then you follow. मुख्यतस्तु महत्कृपयैव भगवत्कृपालेशात् वा। मुख्यतस्तु महत्कृपयैव भगवत्कृपालेशात् वा। मुख्यतस्तु महत्कृपयैव भगवत्कृपालेशात् वा। In the sutra, the words are मुख्यतः तु महत्कृपया एव भगवत कृपालेशात् अन्वा. The meaning is मुख्यतः, chiefly, to, but Mahat Kripaya, by the grace of great men, ev only, Bhagavat Kripa Leshat, through the slight measure of the grace of the Lord, va are. The meaning is, but that devotion is obtained chiefly by the grace of great men or through a slight measure of divine grace. In preceding sutras, we were studying, Narad was saying about means of devotion. So he said, for devotion, there are some means like renunciation of objects, renunciation of attachment, and continuously devotion and listening and singing the quality of the gods. These are the means of the devotion, and all means of devotion are important. All means are mandatory, no optional. We cannot leave one means also. Every means is necessary, mandatory for seeker. But here in the sutra, Narad emphasizing the much more. He says, Mukhyatastu Mahat Kripaya Eva Bhagavat Leshatva. When we read Yoga Sutra, Patanjali described how to attain samadhi. To attain samadhi, the yogi should practice yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, and lastly he will get samadhi. So this is the way one can achieve the samadhi. Patanjali says, Ishwar pranidhanadma. The goal of the yoga can be achieved only by grace of the God. Ishwar pranidhanadma. If you don't want to do meditation, pranayam, so difficulty, so tough, and you want samadhi, you want asampragya samadhi, then there one way is also available, and that is surrender to God. Then God will do everything for you. You relax. God will do. Ishwar pranidhana dva. Here Narad ji also saying same thing. A seeker should renunciate of daily objective world, attachment, and he should practice continuously devotion. But Mukhyatastu, he is saying, now I am giving to you very important means of bhakti. Very, very important. Mukhyatastu. It cannot be skipped. This is the chief. This is the master. And what is this? Mahat Kripaya Eva. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Patanjali gave only one surrender. Surrender to the God. Ishar Pranidhana Va. But Narad is taking one more step. Narad is saying here, Ishar Pranidhana Va, you can achieve the devotion by grace of the God. But one more grace is needed. And that grace is grace of the great master. In our scriptures, there are 4 kinds of graces. 4. One is grace of the Guru, grace of the God, grace of the scriptures, 3rd one, and 4th one is grace of your own self. Your grace. Now we can make order like this. Your own grace, number 1. Then number 2 comes grace of Guru. Then number 3 comes the grace of the scriptures. And finally, the grace of the divine, the God. God is always causeless ocean of mercy. His grace is everywhere. But we are not able to recognize it. And our gurus also very compassionate. But we are not able to taste his grace also, because there is one reason. The reason is our own grace. So Shastras are saying the first most important thing is please grace your own self. Close your eyes. You are doing lots of charity. You are working very hard to the world. Close your eyes and just meditate and just think about yourself. About yourself, not about your body. About yourself. We have thought lots of about our body, our mind, our sense organs, our bodily things. We have thought, we are thinking. Close your eyes and just meditate upon yourself. What is your purpose? Who are you? And why have you come in this world? What is the purpose? Why are you here? Slowly, slowly, this thought will grow. This thought will grow, and you will realize that I should realize. I should go beyond the world. I should work for ourselves. So your own grace, then how to go beyond of the world? Question will arise in your mind. Then we'll reach to the Guru. Mahat Kripaya. Mahat means the great. Mahatma, we use the word Mahatma. Mahatma means the Mahan, the great soul. Soul is not great or less. Soul is soul. The great soul means who can realize, who understood the nature of the self. Then we reach to the master, surrender to the master. His lotus feet. Mahat Kripayaiva. And master is always ready to give you everything. The seed in your heart of devotion, he will protect. He will cultivate. He will make you more and more thirsty, more and more hungry towards divine. He will make you understand that God is reality as much as my reality. God is your reality, same. This is the grace of Mahat, the great persons, Mahat Kripayaiva. He will reveal the scriptures. See, in scriptures, there are divine messages. Their language may be worldly language. If you are learned person, you know the meaning of the words, then you can translate. You can understand what is written in the scriptures. But this translation would be just material translation. This understanding would be understanding of materialistic. Because in the scriptures, the message is divine. So you can understand the language. You can understand the message. But divinity of this messages, we cannot understand without the great master. That is why in Bhagavatam, Rahugan was going to take knowledge. Jadbharat made him understand. And Jadbharat said to the king Rahugan, he said, "O Rahugan, you do sacrifice, you do yoga, you do austerity, you do charity, whatever you do. But without surrender, great master, you will not succeed. Vina Mahatma Darajo Bhishekam." The most important thing is every seeker has to surrender to the Guru. Mahat Kripa Eva. Narad is giving his own example. Narad is saying, "See, to me, I was nothing. I was just a boy of a servant, a maid. But because of that Mahatma's Kripa, because of that saint's grace, I became Narad." Mahat Kripayaiva. So every seeker has to work to attain the grace of the master. If master's grace is available, then you can understand the scriptures. What has been said in the scriptures, the master can reveal. He understands the language of divine. Kabir did not know Sanskrit. Nanak did not know Sanskrit. Mira did not know Sanskrit. But they knew the message of scriptures. So, first you bless yourself, then surrender to a Guru, then Guru will reveal the message which is hidden in the scriptures. And finally, Mahat Kripayaiva Bhagavat Kripali Satva, Narad is saying here, then you will get God's grace. Leshat, little bit. First, understand what Kripa is. This question is very, very difficult. What means of the Kripa? Grace. Grace. Now I would like to tell you a story to make understand this topic, Kripa, grace. What is grace? How it happens? Once there was a king who was making his palace. Many laborers were working there according to their ability. And end of the day, the king gives their salary. So, according to their skill, some person gets 1,000, one gets 2,000, another gets 500, according to their ability. So every day, end of the day, he distributes salary. It was a routine. One day, a person came. He said, I want to work in your palace. I want a job. The king said, okay. Many people are working, you also work. He said, I do not want any salary, any payment. I work. And whatever you want. If you want to give, you give. I don't want. I do not want, because I do not have any ability. I do not have any skill. But whatever I have, I will put my all efforts. I will do my level the best. But I know I do not have any ability. So I cannot demand. Whatever you want, you give or not, up to you. King said, okay. And that person was working very hardly. Other laborers were working like other workers. But this man was special. He was not taking any rest. Without rest, continuously, he was working. End of the day, the king was giving salary payments for everyone. He gave according to their ability, 500, 2,000, 1,000, whatever, their salary was fixed. When this person came, one day the king did not give anything. He said, okay, I was told you, I will not take anything. One day, 2 days, 3 days, days were passing. The king did not give anything, but he was working very hardly. As he came just first day, very hardly, without any rest, he was working very happily. And king was watching. What is going on? What is happening in his mind? He was working very fresh, very happily, without any rest, without any agitation. He was working. Other workers were saying, see, look at that person. He's getting nothing. Zero. But working so much. After 1 week, when there were queue for taking their payment, they were happily taking their payments. But when that person came, the king said, I'm giving you 1 lakh. Everyone was surprised, shocked. 1 lakh. Why? King, I'm a king. I can give anything to anyone. That person was like nothing is happening. He said, okay, we are giving 1 lakh, it's okay. He came again next day. King said, today I will give you 2 lakhs. He gave. All laborers become so annoyed. How it is happening? We are working and we are not taking much more money. Third day, the king said, I will give you 4 lakhs. Now the patience of the workers has lost. They started agitation. You cannot do that. If you give 4 lakhs for 1 day, that person, you give us 2. The king said, when I was not giving anything, this man, for 1 week, you never said anything. And you are taking your salary. I am giving you to. Whatever is fixed, I am giving to you. This is my money. I can give anybody. You cannot object. This is my money. And finally, the story goes like this. The king had no son. The entire palace, the kingdom, the king gave that man. The story says like this, a devotee like that person, he works very hard, without any expectation, without any reward. God is watching. God will not take anything from you. Then finally, Bhagavat Kripali Sad, then God bless you. Narad is saying that the means of the devotion is 2 very important means. One is Mat Kripaya, the grace of the God, and second is the grace of the Ishwar, God. Now, next one. 39. Mahat sangastu durlabho agamyo amoghascha. Mahat sangastu durlabho agamyo amoghascha. Mahat sangastu durlabho agamyo amoghascha. See, in this sutra, the words are Mahat Sangha, Tu, Durlabha, Agamyaha, Amogha, Cha. The meaning is Mahat Sangha, the company of the great person. Tu means again. Durlabha, difficult to obtain. Agamyaha, unapproachable. Amogha, unfallible. Cha, end. See the meaning. Company of the great souls is again difficult. Of attachment, attainment is unapproachable and is infallible in its effect. So very simple way is you surrender yourself to the Guru and Guru will give your hand to the God. Guru is just a communicator. You surrender yourself to the Guru and you will see your surrender has happened to the divinity. Mahat sangastu durlabha. So very easy way. You are very relaxed, should be very relaxed because just surrender to the Guru and Guru will do everything for you. Narad says, Mahat sangastu durlabha. Durlabha. Very difficult to attain. The company of the good man, the company of the great person, the company of the Sadguru is very difficult to attain. It is a guarantee for liberation. Satsang, the company of the great person. Narad is saying, Durlabha, this is a very difficult. Very difficult. Why? It does not mean the great persons are not in this world. They are always everywhere. Open your eyes with faith. Durlabho Mahat Sangastu. All spiritual life, only one question is unanswered. And the question is how to attain a great Guru. How to achieve God is not difficult. God is everywhere. God is all time. God is for everyone. God is waiting to you. So God is not problem. In Gita, Lord Sri Krishna said, Vasudeva sarvam iti samatma sudurlabha. Durlabha means difficult to attain. So God is not difficult. You are not opening your eyes. The only problem is not from the God side. The problem is from your side. You are not opening your eyes. You have closed very tightly. I will not want to see you. You have closed your eyes. Just open eye. God is waiting to you. The difficulty is, Krishna says, Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Durlabha means very difficult to attain. And Sudurlabha means very, very difficult to attain. God can be attained. Divinity can be achieved. The first thing is you have to achieve Mahat Sangha. This is a very difficult, Durlabha, because they are like us and they are like God. They are bridge. They have divine taste and they have taste of the world. That is why we become so confused. We couldn't understand. Sometimes the master looks very simple. Sometimes he is very, very critical, complicated. In Gita, in other scriptures, so many times it has been asked, what the definition of a great Guru and how to achieve? And this question is unanswered. Even Lord Krishna also could not give direct answer. So this is Mat Sangastu Durlabho. Very difficult. Agamyo. Agamyo means it is not approachable. You cannot approach his mind. His mind cannot be read. How can you read? How can you know this is a realized person? Very subtle things. Agamya. You cannot approach. But you try. You try your level best, then Guru will bless you. Like a small child, small kids cries. He's hungry. So he cries and mother comes. Whatever she was doing. But she comes immediately. So you try on your level best. You surrender to God. Surrender to Master. Then Master will be arranged. Agamyaha. And another word is Amoghasya. Amoghasya, Narad is saying, if you have got the company of the wise person, realized person, the great master, then one thing is sure. Your liberation is must. You must be liberated. Amoghasya. Amoghasya means your liberation is must. It may take time. It may take births. But Guru will do it. In Ramayana, there is a story. Lord Sri Ram was roaming in the forest in search of the Sita. And in that forest, there was living a Sugriv, a monkey king. Sugriv is a Jeev, individual soul. He is very fearful. The Sugriv is living there with some friends, but his family had been taken away. His property had been taken away. Everything had been taken away. He had nothing, just fear, fear and fear. And Rama, the Lord also, the same forest. See, in the same place, Jiva is also there, Lord is also there, but they cannot meet each other. There must be a master, a communicator. Then Hanumanji comes. Hanumanji comes. Jiva needs God, and God also needs Jiva. But their meeting, who will manage? Their meeting, only God and Jiva's meeting, the master can manage. Hanumanji comes, and after some dialogue, he took Ram to the Sugriv. And Hanumanji introduced Sugriv to the Ram. He is a Ram, he is a Sugriv. So Jiva, individual soul, is like Sugriv. He is fearful, no hope. Hope is just only for fear, fear and fear. Amoghasya. If you have surrendered to the great master, to the Guru, one thing is certain, sure, your liberation is sure. In this world, in this life, life may be another. But you will never fall. You should be protected. Amoghasya. Now, next one. Sutra number 40. Labhyate api tat kripayaiva. Labhyate api tat kripayaiva. Labhyate api tat kripayaiva. See the sutra. Labhyate is obtained, api nevertheless, and tat kripayaha by his God's grace eva only. The philosophy is going like this: how to attain Guru, how to achieve the Guru, what the method. Method is very simple. Narad is giving instructions. Tat kripaiva labhyate. If you want to achieve a Guru, a Sadguru, great master, for your liberation, then first surrender to the total, to God. Ishvaro Gururatmeti. Shankaracharya ji saying, Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagime. You surrender yourself. You pray to the God. Like we are praying for God, oh God, give me money. Oh God, give me a house. Give me a job. Give me this, that. We are praying always. Oh God, give me a post. Give me a job, a house, a car, family, everything. Same, Narad ji is giving instruction to you. Go to temple, go to front of the God and fold your hand and pray, oh God, give me Guru. He will manage. Surrender to the God for Guru. God is everywhere. Guru is not everywhere. You have to wait. Difficult to find out. So first Narad is saying the way is to attain Guru. Labhyate tat kripyaiva. And pray again and again, God, oh God, give me a Guru master. Like we are praying, give me this, give me that, give me that, give me that. Just same way, you should pray to God, oh God, you are almighty. You can give anything to me. I do not want anything. Just I want a master. Then Guru will approach to you. The God is residing everywhere. God is residing everywhere's mind. Then he will manage. He will communicate between Guru and disciple. So first, Narad is saying, Labhyate apitat kripyaiva. Pray to God. Then Guru will come. Guru is bound to come. See, an incident happened in Shankaracharya's life. He went to the Kasi. And he was sitting in front of the Vishwanath. And he bowed down. Shankaracharya was saying, oh Mahadev, I have committed 3 sins in my life. See Shankaracharya. He is saying, oh God, oh Lord, oh Vishwanath, in my life I have committed 3 sins. Everyone was surprised, stunned, shocked. What Shankaracharya is saying? He committed some sins. How can it be possible? The people were listening very carefully. Shankaracharya was saying, oh God, first sin I did when I came here. So everyone was thinking, what is this kind of sin? If you are in temple, in the front of the God, it is good. How is it sin? Then he says, oh Mahadev, even though I know you are everywhere, even though you are everywhere, I know it. But I came here. I came here to feel your presence. Even though I know you are everywhere, omnipresent. Second, I know that you are undescribable. But I have been describing you all my life. I know that you are undescribable. No one can describe you. But I have been describing you in different way. And third sin which I committed is, even though I know you and I are not two, both are one. Even though I am bound down to you, these 3 sins I have committed because you have given me some instructions for the disciples. for the disciples. I know you are everywhere, but I have come to temple because of my disciples. I know you cannot be described, but I am doing that because of my disciples. I am going down to you, even though I know we are one, because my disciples, because of the word. So if you surrender to the God, God will manage a master to you, for you. Now, next one. Tasmis tajjane bheda bhavat. Tasmis tajjane bheda bhavat. Tasmis tajjane bheda bhavat. The words are tasmin, in him, jane, tajjane, in his devotee, bheda bhavat, because of the absence of difference. See the translation. Because there is no difference between the Lord and his devotee. Now, Narad has come in this point. He is saying the God, supreme reality, and the devotee is reality. Like you are also reality. They are not two. In Vivek Chudamani, Tattvabodh, same thing we were reading, same thing we were studying. Tattvamasi. The individual soul and the supreme soul are not different. Any philosophy, any path you can take, you will reach the same goal. The goal is same. Approach is different. Path are different. Goal are same. Narad is saying, for devotee, he is giving instructions for devotee who is not realized yet. By Guru's grace, he has understood some things. So for them, Narad is giving instructions. Narad is saying here, God and devotee of the God, they are same. Do not make difference. The seeker appreciate, respect devotee of the God as God. God is roaming in this world in form of the realized person. So do not make difference. Their worship, the worship is God's. Their service, the service is of the God. Their satisfaction is satisfaction of the God. You cannot worship the God directly because God, you cannot find the foot of the God, hand of the God, body of the God. But devotee is form, another form of the God. We can worship. We can respect. And your all respects, our worshipping will go to direct to the God. So Narad is saying the devotee of the God and God, they are not different. So do not make comparison. in Ramayana, Lord Sri Ram said to the Savari, 9 kinds of devotions. 9 kinds. Some another way I will explain. But today, according to this topic, I will take only number 7. Lord Ram said to the Savari, the 7th devotion is, my devotee is greater than me. It is Lord Rama's word. My devotee is greater than me. Their respect should be more than me. Because the entire universe is my manifestation. Everything is God's manifestation. So everything is God. Animals are God. Birds are God. Trees are God. Sinners are God. Saints are God. Trees, everything, everyone is God. They are similar. There is no difference. Their godliness in the trees, godliness in the creature, in the animals, in the words are same. But Lord says, Rama says, my devotee are not same as other creatures. My devotee is greater than me. Mote adik sant kar lekha. Because they are making effort to make absolute happy everyone. God is waiting. God cannot do anything. He wants, but he will work through these saints. So, tasmit jane, tasmis tajjane bheda bhavat, Narad is saying, so for a devotee, he is giving instructions. The God and devotee of the God are same. They are not different. So God is a great, devotee is not. They are number 2. No. They should be respected like God. They should be worshipped like God. And your worship will go to the God. This way, Hanumanji and Ram were sitting together. And Hanumanji was asked by Ram, who are you? See, very beautifully Hanumanji answered. He said, I am your servant. If we think aspect of the body, then you are my master, I am your servant. If we think aspect of the jiva and the God, then you are the God, I am the jiva. And if we think the aspect of the spiritual, then you and me, we are not separate. We are one. Narad is giving instructions for seekers. Make this understanding that the God and devotee of the God are same. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्र भाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ओम